What is up, and welcome to, I would say another, but in fact a first Rise of Kingdoms video for me, Greg, the King 3031, a relatively new kingdom, just going into KVK2. All the salient points are, where am I? I'm up here, so here and here, I think. I'll give far more information as the channel goes on, but I wanted to do some Rise of Kingdom videos. You may see I've done some other videos in the past, but Rise of Kingdom has been my real passion for the last 6 months. I played it years ago, never got into it to this level, and yeah, here we go. We are currently in KVK2, us being 3031 with our allies 3019 top left, 3017 top right, and 3029 bottom right. So I'm going to assume that people watching this have at least a passing A, interest, and B, knowledge of and in Rise of Kingdoms. So please do ask me or say something if I'm perhaps assuming too much. But I'm going to go relatively in-depth into game theory, etc. here. So this is the beginning of KVK2. Our KVK1 was abysmal because we had a terrible previous king, if I may be so bold, who quit without telling anyone, hence my becoming king. Everyone else migrated, so we had huge difficulty in KVK1, but alas, we recruited well, and number 2 is looking pretty good so far. Fingers well and truly crossed. We're in B Seed, which took a lot of work on our part to lose power after the big migration in, but it's all coming together now, hopefully. Anyway, so what do I do on this? I'll tell you what I do. I very rarely play the game, I just manage, which is not really what I was signing up for, but alas, it's kind of what you have to do. We have a 31 Kingdom Council, we have loads and loads and things. It's just in case you ever wonder what it's like being king. Here's all my messages from today. It's a little ridiculous. So if the king ever ignores you, please, please, please don't think it's because you're worthless. You could be worthless, but in my case, I just have so many people messaging me in only so many hours when I play this in the day. So what do I have? I have one T5 account, which is this. I have a previous account, which has become our bank. I migrated over, and some alts and farms, which are all in 31 thanks to the power of migration. So I'm pretty well stocked for resources. I have a nice selection of commanders, albeit not good ones for KVK2. I have a maxed Richard with the set you can see below or here, including a critted Hope Cloak, which is chef's kiss. We have a maxed Minamoto or Monimoto with some alright equipment. We have a Saladin ready to get maxed at some point, and we have a max YSG, which is used as a secondary. Apart from that, it's just Canyon commanders. And Ethel is maxed, and Martel's almost there. He is 5543, almost 5553. So, well 5544, I hope. So he'll be maxed in due course, thanks to gold keys. Armaments, haven't got too much. I haven't invested in them, financially speaking. And I've got a selection of crappy armaments, some better than others. All of them meh and alright. What else do we have? We have, obviously being T5, you need everything 25. All the research 10. Aside from, well, we've got T5 cavalry and infantry, and we're getting very close with archery, but I don't want to. I suppose I could actually spend my research things now because it's MGE day. Final day of MGE. Which I'm going to come 10th in, I think, or 13th. Well, maybe I need to spend something on that then. This dickhead here, Kim, is a rogue player who didn't abide by any of the rules. It was an open MGE, and then on kill event day, he just went around killing farmers, so he got zeroed, but he's going to take home 90 heads for the privilege of doing it. So you've seen my accounts. The top accounts of the kingdom to the right. We have 30 cross-season migrant players. We'll have an array of good KVK2 commanders. I have none of them. And I don't know how familiar many of you are with Rise of Kingdom updates, but they've just done something whereby you can use Season of Conquest commanders in KVK3, thus making KVK3 and a lot of 2 commanders kind of worthless. So I'm in two minds about whether or not to invest in Alex and Saladin. I think I've got 300 odd heads. I spent a few on Richard today just so I can have a good fighting march. Yeah, 363 selection of gold stars, not as many as I'd like, and a selection of crappy heads for crappy commanders and some for El Cid because I kept winning the MGE, but I don't want El Cid heads. We'll sell El Cid heads, no problemo. So, what are we having? 3031. We have a very democratic system. We had a previous king was horrendous, as stated, and his replacement was just inactive for a week and lost his role through that. So there wasn't really much to follow, I'll be brutally honest. But I like to think that we've turned the kingdom around, which was basically a dead kingdom. So hopefully the point of this channel is just, well, twofold. A, so people can 3031 can see it and enjoy it, be like, oh yeah, I'm there. And secondly, because it's nice to chart what's happening in the kingdom. It's nice to me to look back and think, oh, I remember that. Anyway, I think I'm the 5th or 6th most powerful at the moment. We have some interesting characters in here, which perhaps the less said the better, but a lot of our top 3 players came in for special migration, and they're incredibly strong. I am quite strong with poor commanders. I carried us in KVK1, but I'm being carried far more so in this one. But I'm happy to take a back seat and start, well, as I have been doing, managing the builds, managing the diplomacy, all the exciting things which are basically a full-time job of being a king. It sounds a lot more sexy than it really is, I can assure you. I spend most of my gems on the king role from the other accounts, which is good reason to have all the farm accounts, I must say. Got 130k gems saved up for, it was going to be for the Alex wheel, it probably still will be for the Alex wheel as I pop some honour, which probably gets me something else here. Yeah, get that tasty AP and 2 crystal keys. As we're doing a pretty whistle-stop tour of the account, here's my lineup, I guess, for Canyon. Not particularly exciting. Again, there are people who are a lot stronger than me, but I'm relatively alright. I don't want to level up Charles to 60 because I want to save that for Alex or Saladin, depending on who I go with. Lost Canyon, I haven't really put too much effort into this because, well, basically it's very hard against people with Season of Conquest, sorry, not Season of Conquest, but KVK2 commanders. So Alex, for instance, hasn't been released yet to all the same season players, so it's relatively hard to win a fight against Alex. I've traded poorly against him a lot, but I know I can beat this guy because he's in my kingdom. Oh, I shouldn't be fighting people from my kingdom. Don't do that. Don't fight your own kingdom in Lost Canyon. Sorry about that. Blackout. Archer. Let's try it. Ooh. Anyway, in terms of this, we obviously have the iconic crystal. I'm just planning on getting all the Shio's returns, then the Eternal Night, and then just equipment, which is always my biggest stumbling block. My equipment is all right. You can see it on the right-hand side of the screen. My Richard has some good stuff, including a critted Hope Cloak, which is very lucky, I must say. They've all got the iconic crystal in. Minamoto has a Warhelm legendary thing. The rest of them, it's got the revival plate, I think, which is because I haven't got the other one. I haven't got enough sufficient equipment, blueprints, no materials for his actual proper cav armor, and the rest of them are all kind of shitty. Although the weapon is, of course, very good. Other than that, here, all the peacekeepers there, Mulan, Belisarius, yada yada yada, normal stuff. All the gatherers are upgraded to 37, which is where you want to put them. Level 37 gatherers, and you want to give them. Let me get one up. Let me do that again. You want to give them this talent tree. Level 37 gets you max gathering, which is usually all you need. In terms of equipment for them, Constance has got some pretty good stuff, but it's not that exciting. As I said, armament's not great. So that's my account. In terms of speed ups and everything, I haven't got that many, have I? I've got some. I've got a nice selection of advanced expansions, decent selection of expanders, but not huge. I've still got 3,000 level 4 resource chests, so I'm pretty well stocked on that front. And like I said, I do have 6 farms, which makes it somewhat easier to sort out. Ooh, what's this? We're talking about immobilizing. Ooh, very nice. We're talking about not immobilizing. What do you call it? Imprisoning someone. But I've imprisoned a lot recently, and it's very expensive on gems, so I hope we don't end up doing it. I'll just pretend I can't see it. Why is 17 so far west? This is Kat. This is one of the leaders in the kingdom, and a really good one at that. She is asking why 17, our allies, are so far west when they shouldn't be, because well, you can't see me point at the screen, but this here should be coming down here as per our plan. Yellow comes all the way here, and blue comes all the way here too. I think blue comes maybe to there. I forget exactly, but I will ask them indeed. Again, part of diplomacy. You really get to fight very rarely being the king, which is kind of why I like giving it to other people, because the 5% bonus, no, the 555 is almost better placed at someone else who is more embroiled in the fighting, despite having quite a few kill points, especially considering I haven't migrated this account back. This is very much a same season account. It's still, I have to do things other than fight most of the time. So that's a quick oversight of where we are in KVK2. In terms of how we're doing, quite well actually. We're leading for honour quite substantially. Our alliance is third, but it probably will finish about there as well. We are 3031 is a multi-alliance kingdom. We have 5 quite strong alliances, you can see on the right hand side, so it's unrealistic for one of ours to get the most honor points because we need to split the boosts around, but we will probably get the most points from kingdom honor with the benefit of having so many people in the Lost Kingdom. We also have in terms of, where is it, past glory, so we're halfway through and we're just a little over halfway, so we need to step it up a little bit, as having not... So stage 2 gives you double hospitals, and we are suffering from that at the moment. Our big players certainly took a lot of T5 losses today. Anyway, I won't bore for hours and hours of a video just me going, look at this, look at this, look at this. Hopefully this will turn into something exciting. Hopefully it will chart the rise of this kingdom, the rise of the kingdom, if you will, from what was a disaster in KVK1 to what is looking more promising in 2. I won't be migrating or going anywhere, so we will see how 3031 grows, hopefully on its way to become an Imperium. Maybe not, but wash along and see. In terms of what I'm planning to do, hoping to do maybe a daily update video. I say this a lot and then I flummox out of it. Flummox isn't the right word at all, or indeed a word, but I find an excuse not to do everything. So let's say a daily update video, and then on day 6 I'll probably apologise for an excuse preventing me from doing it. But I play this game so much that it can't be too arduous a process to spend 15 minutes doing this each time. We'll have a quick look through the other accounts while we're doing this. The problem with having so many is, oh my god, it takes a long time to do. I try and use my AP on 4 accounts, usually 3. So this one will have all the AP ready to go. Yeah, so this one, Greg the Bank, is, I think, where's my honor roll? Oh, it's only 8. Okay, well I haven't got any honor from fighting for this account because I can't fight with this account in war because it's the bank, and if I TP'd the bank out into zone 5 to fight, I think our opponents would enjoy raiding it quite a lot. The idea of a bank is people send as and when they have excess resources, usually a few million a week, and then during wartime we help out everyone who needs resources, which, as you can imagine, there are a lot of people asking, oh look, a shitty armament. This account was originally a main on a different kingdom, but seeing as I spent all my time here, I thought it best to migrate it over here and use it as a secondary. And no one's that good here. YSG's not that great anymore. Obviously now he's been superseded in the end game by Zartlage or something, but VIP 10 will We can still get some stuff here. I guess I'll finish my node. I certainly wouldn't have gone off that if people weren't watching. Anyway, this is the first look at the kit at what is 3031 in its KVK2. Before I finish, I will briefly give a bird's eye view of Kingdom 3031, which is, I'd say, relatively bustling but incredibly messy owing to the previous leadership, if I may be so bold. So you can see we have 4 alliances in Zone 3, which usually you'd want 3, so I can understand that looks a bit busy. And then we have a load of mess everywhere else with small alliances, big shells that I'm trying to get R5 in to help migrants join, loads of wasted space. Yeah, nothing particularly exciting back home. But I can just, well, I think I can show. Here we go. So here's the alliance power, more up to date than the thing on the right hand side. Here's the individual power. No, Bat Daddy's ahead of me. Well, that makes sense given that I lost a lot of troops today. Excuse me, these are our 3 cross-season players. This is a chap who's incredibly strong and incredibly good at the game. And Daniel and Bat Daddy, similarly excellent players and great contributions to the kingdom. So just to look down, we have usually T5 you're expecting about 45 million, so I'd say we have 10 T5 players at a push. I don't know if they are, they might just have a load of troops, but if they're not T5 they're close to, and he'll certainly be. So I'm the lowest T5 player, but I'm still a T5 player. Anyway, let me know in the comments if this is of any interest to you. I suppose if it's not of any interest to you, you won't watch it or leave a comment, so you probably won't do that, but perhaps what you'd like to see, anything you'd like to see discussed, anything about the game. I was gonna, well, obviously I know a lot of people on this game, some of whom I've met in real life, weirdly enough, but they've been amazing. And I was thinking of getting them on the channel. We'll talk, we'll go through things, talk about war plans, talk about how we're doing, and you'll kind of see how we do throughout the KVK, and then how we do thereafter. Could be interesting, it could also not be interesting, so please do reserve the right to not watch if you want. I showed a clip of the setup to someone, and he said, "Oh, Greg, you look like you haven't slept for days." To which I replied, "I've slept really well, actually. Thank you." So if I look like I haven't slept for days, that's just because I'm incredibly hairy and ugly, for which I apologise, but can offer no real remorse. Anyway, there's the introduction. Here's 3031. Here's me doing my 5th farm account. I could show perhaps a day in the life of doing farms, how you do it, what I prioritise. I make sure I always get the dailies, however boring it is. The world is our oyster. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and hopefully there'll be more, and hopefully it will find a number of people who enjoy Rise of Kingdoms, enjoy seeing it from a king's perspective, and perhaps could engage and have a chat with me. Because all it is, really, it's about finding friends. Sort of. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.